super fast. You know I talk, she'll take the cash. She's a gold digger. She's a gold digger.
Translating homophobic comments part 1. I don't have a problem with homosexuality, I just have a problem with my kids seeing it. I see homosexuality as something you can want to be on your 18th birthday, than something you could be born as. I don't mind being friends with you, dude, just as long as you don't hit on me. As a straight man, I believe that every gay guy will hit on me because I'm the sexiest man in this bitch. Hill. I accept people for who they are, but the Bible does says that gay is pretty bad, so hey. I love playing devil's advocate for my religion, but I can't let them know that basically because they'll know that I'm actually disliking their sexuality. Remember, the only reason why you exist is because of a straight person, not because of a gay person. I must get every right to believe that straight people are the only creators on this planet. Meanwhile, there is gay parents out there that exist basically. But however though, at the end of the day, we're the creators. But remember that. Moms for Liberty! You better hear us! That little boy and his father is getting his nails painted. That is definitely fatherless behavior, especially for him. How unresponsible. As a straight man, my father never loved me as a child, which is why I love to project. A real man would never act like a girl. Same thing applies to a girl. You should never act like a man. That's disgusting. As a pick-me, my mother never loved me growing up. Same thing applies to my dad. Yo, bro, this generation's so sensitive! I miss the days when we were allowed to disrespect marginalized groups and listen to pedo music. Translating homophobic comments part 2. Where's your friend? They were so nice. I don't think that love is love, but I do think that love is when it comes down to a straight couple. Which is why I'm refusing to say girlfriend or boyfriend. Dude, he forgot to say no homo. He's probably a suspect. I am in denial that there's queer people out there that exist, so I have to poke jokes at them until they admit the fact that they're not queer. They think that they're women so badly, basically. See, this is what is going to happen to womanhood. This is the future of womanhood, and I am insulted by this. As a pick-me, I feel like my femininity is being threatened from me. Meanwhile, it was never mine to begin with. Here they go, getting ready to talk about some sexual stuff. Disgusting. As a straight man, I center sex in my relationship more than anybody thinks I do, which is why I'm insecure basically over the fact that they get to have sexual intercourse the way they want to, meanwhile I can't have sexual intercourse the way I want to in my relationship because I'll be judged for it. God, I can't turn on the TV these days in front of my kids without two grown men on the TV screen kissing. I miss the day when Christian people and straight people used to take over the world and ruin people's existence for who they are. Those days used to be so amazing. Now they're just miserable. Translating homophobic comments / transphobic comments, part 3 edition. The Bible says, "Thou shalt not sleep with men." As a Christian, I refuse to acknowledge the fact that the quotes that I'm using out of that book is the same book basically that normalized pedophilia, slavery, racism, and incest. But I'm going to go ahead and ignore all that because I believe that being queer is worse. So you're telling me you date women that dress up like men, but you won't date a man? So that means you date posers. Wow. Pathetic. As a straight man, I refuse to acknowledge the fact that love is love and attraction matters and femininity and masculinity can exist in anybody. Phobia is a fear, and I'm not afraid of y'all. I'm gonna sit here and act like an idiot and act like I just ate that up, even though phobia is not just only based off of a fear, but it has so much to do with having anxiety, being disturbed by something, being uncomfortable. Sounds like fear, if you ask me. Why does it have to be called birthing people? I'm just a woman that births children. Like, God. As a pick-me, I'm gonna sit here and act like I'm the only one that can birth a child. Meanwhile, there's been studies and cases out there that have shown that I'm not the only one that can have a child. Being gay is a lifestyle. As a straight person, I believe that people are only born straight. And yes, I'm the same group of people that would say that I don't see color when I walk into a room full of black people. You guys should stop protesting. You guys already have rights. It's not the 1950s no more. I'm gonna sit here and act like after the 1950s that homophobia apparently stopped and queer people were no longer in danger, and there hasn't been 2,000 bills that have been passed over the past 3 years to harm us. Wow. Translating homophobic comments / transphobic comments, part 4. Children should never be learning about LGBT. I'm a bigot because I'm the same weirdos basically that will sit here and tell my fucking son basically that he's going to be a heartbreaker at the age of 6 basically, and even tell my daughter basically I'm going to have to grab a shotgun and basically protect her from a lot of boys basically before she turns 16. Even after. Why do you guys need to come out? I don't care if you're gay. As a straight person, I want them to believe basically at first basically that they have a safe space. Then when they feel that they're most vulnerable, I can go ahead and be violent towards them before their very own eyes. Calling somebody homophobic is such a mean word. I am on a mission, basically, to get people to believe, basically, that that word is actually mean, knowing damn well being it is actually the most worst thing that you could ever be, which is why I want to be it in peace. Ugh, have fun burning in hell. I'm a miserable bigot that wants to fearmonger people because of their sexuality. And yes, I'm the same weirdo, basically, that would normalize death and murder, basically, and incest, basically, but apparently people being gay is the worst thing that people could ever be on this planet, basically. Ugh, you never see trans men arguing with this type of stuff with cis straight men. Just a friendly reminder that I'm a pick-me, basically, and I would do anything for the validation of a misogynistic man. Ugh, that's not what womanhood really looks like, you know. As a pick-me, I refuse to acknowledge the fact that womanhood is different for every version of a woman, basically. Marriage is between a man and a woman. As a conservative, I'm miserable over the fact that queer people get to live the lives that they actually deserve to live. Translating fatphobic comments, part 1. Don't eat too much, you might as well have a big back. I'm insecure over gaining weight, basically, because I was told that being plus size is the worst thing you could probably ever be. Ugh, why are you breathing so heavy? I wish that plus size people would just hold their breath and never breathe again. Hey, you're getting very tall. I'm afraid to say the quiet part out loud. They're getting very big. Come on, bro. You need to get some muscles into you. You don't want to look like those fat losers over there. As a pathetic gym bro, I believe that being skinny and having muscles, basically, makes you worth anything in this world. Ugh, continue to keep eating all that food. You're gonna die a heart attack eventually. As a low-down dirty bitch, I can't mind the business that fucks me, which is why I'm always in some plus-size person's business. Ugh, are you kidding me? What does he see in that fatty over there that he doesn't see in me? These mommy milkers are real, while meanwhile, that's just a fat cow. Well, for starters, baby, I'm a fat cow with a lot of ass. Translating homophobic comments / transphobic comments, part 5. You are black before you are gay. I'm upset and miserable because I was told growing up that black people are a monolith, and now I'm trying to hold on to this analogy, even though it's falling apart, basically, because I don't want to let go of this ignorant white supremacy mindset, basically. And P.S. I will also treat the black people that are autistic the exact same as I will with queer people that are black. Ugh, being gay is not even a part of black culture, it's a part of white supremacy. Today I decided to come up with this dumb nonsense that being gay is not a part of black culture, even though being gay has always been a part of black culture and African culture on top of that before colonizers came in before slavery. Even though it's quite actually the opposite, and homophobia has been a part of white supremacy, including racism, judging by the fact that they're 2 twin sisters. But I'm going to ignore that based off of the narratives I've learned from Hotep culture. Ugh, y'all treat everything as a hate crime. Not everything is a hate crime to y'all. As a straight person, I also want to harm queer people while hiding behind projection, basically, because of it. Ugh, you guys are so sensitive. People can't make jokes these days. As a straight person, I don't know how to make jokes, which is why I like to use stereotypes towards a marginalized group of people. Y'all love to say that men are more dangerous, meanwhile lesbians have a higher rate of being abusive in their relationships. As a straight man, I refuse to acknowledge the fact, basically, that the most highest demographic of women, basically, that are childless and single are cis straight women, basically, in this country. The most highest demographic also in this country of women, basically, are groomed, are cis straight women on top of that. But yet I would rather blame queer people and argue about the bear all day. I mean, Dr. Umar said what he said about y'all. Y'all are delusional. I hate queer people, but at the same time, I wish that Dr. Umar was my boyfriend. Translating homophobic comments / transphobic comments, part 6. My child ran off to college and stopped talking to me no more, and even did not accept my college fund that I wasn't going to give to her until she was 25, but that's not the point though. The point here is, she does not want to talk to me no more because I don't accept her lifestyle. Today, as a conservative parent, I decided to bring a child into this world and force my views on them and even force my unresponsible opinions down their throat, and then get mad when they get older and they leave me and stop talking to me no more, even though I spend my whole life traumatizing them and abusing them, all because of my fucking views on homosexuality. But I'm still the victim. Dude, I'm honestly afraid to hit on girls these days, because what if it turns out she's a man? I want to fuck trans women so bad, but I'm afraid my homeboys would judge me on it. Who would date bisexual men? All they do is cheat. Today I decided to use a false narrative towards a marginalized group, even though I could have just said I don't want to date them. But then again, I like to use this narrative because honestly, at the end of the day, it's kind of part of the reasons why I suck at dating. Man, after the Lars situation, I guess I kind of, not really, not sure of it, maybe a little bit, maybe in a half and half or a genie in a bottle, kinda, I guess, not maybe, I'm not educated, I kinda don't give a fuck, kinda guess give a tiny bit of a fuck about gay people, I guess. I still hate the gay experience, but I guess I can give a streamer a pass for it, but as long as he doesn't force it on me, I'm okay with it. Man, I can't believe they forced a Deadpool to be pansexual. It's like they're bitchifying all these superhero movies.
Today, as a dumbass, I've never read a Deadpool comic book. I've also never gotten the full closure of his story pretty much altogether. It's the same thing as I did when it came down to the X-Men 97 and even Catwoman 2004 with Halle Berry in it. Because I hate, as a white man, diversity when it comes down to any group of people that are not white. Along with not getting the full story of their character. Yeah, bro, but no Diddy. Today, as a straight man, I decided to make humor out of a traumatizing experience, but then be the same straight man that'll sit here and say, no one cares about Men's Mental Health Month. And they wonder why.